right, so our next observation, we see as Nigeria's population ages, financial institutions are recognizing the need to cater to the unique needs of senior citizens. And we see Stanbic IBTC Bank has taken a proactive approach by introducing the Senior Citizens Account, a bespoke banking solution designed specifically for individuals aged 50 and older. Well, let's delve into the features, benefits, and inspiration behind the Senior Citizens Account, as well as Stanbic IBTC's bank's broader commitment to serving the senior demographic. Join us for this conversation. We have Mr. Emmanuel Ayeba, as a country head personal clients, Stanbic IBTC Bank. Join me right here in the studio. It's great to have you.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, so quite an interesting account there. Tell us about this Senior Citizens Account and what inspired, creating this segment.
Yeah, the Senior Citizen value proposition is designed to help us in our overarching goal to help our customers to live a better life. That is really the overarching goal of the personal and private banking division of Stanbic IBTC Bank. So as we begin to move towards that age, we begin to pay more attention to wealth preservation. We begin to pay more attention to, financial freedom. And then you begin to watch your costs, begin to look at savings. That's why this package was put together to achieve all of this in one. I definitely provide more details as we progress.
Right, and definitely we know senior citizens, they need as much support.
Yes.
These are really tough times.
Yes.
With the cost of living crisis, even the young ones are struggling at this time. So talk to me about, what makes this account, unique.
Okay, so number one is the age group, right? Senior citizen as a value proposition is not new in the Nigerian banking industry. But a couple of other financial services companies look at age 65, age 60. So first of its kind is age 50, coming from Stanbic IBTC Bank, okay? Wanting to bring the rewards and the value early, okay? That's quite unique. But in addition to that, it's a bouquet of all kinds of freebies. For example, free opening balance, okay? Which comes with a free debit card. It comes with a free checkbook, okay? Wrapped in there, we have wheels, we have, health insurance packages at discount rates. All of these packaged together to make life better as people step onto the fifth floor.
Right. I almost thought you were going to say free money at some point, but I guess that depends on you. But, talking about wealth and preservation, at this time, and, why it's so critical for this particular age group.
Yeah. The mistake people make a lot of times when things are tough, they look at surviving for now, right? There's pressure everywhere, there are bills to pay. But there's still a future, not just for you, but for legacy, okay? So when we talk wealth preservation, we are not just talking about you, we are talking about being able to leave a legacy and also being able to impact your community, philanthropy, and so on and so forth. So counterintuitively, when things are tough is when you really must pay attention to the future. Otherwise, you survive for now, and on to the future, there is nothing to live for legacy.
Because some might say, I have this money right now. It's being attacked by increase in fuel prices.
Yes.
It's being attacked by inflation.
Yes.
It's being attacked by higher interest rate. So I might as well just eat, right now. It's definitely a very delicate balancing act.
Yes, it is. Everything attacking you now is really attacking your future. Okay, that is really what it is. So if all you do is survive for now, there's a future coming, right? So beyond just surviving for now, managing your funds better, you have to be able to leave something for legacy. And the senior citizen value proposition helps us to wrap all of our, Stanbic IBTC is the only end-to-end financial institution in Nigeria. It helps us to wrap everything from your pension to asset management to wills and legacy, everything wrapped up. Such that there is something, you are taking into the future.
Well, that's quite interesting because you also have a financial wellness session. Yes. How does that work?
Yes. Well, it's quite interesting, right? People talk about physical wellness,
Right.
which is important and crucial as well.
And you're lifting weights and all of that.
Lifting weights.
I wonder what we're going to be lifting with this one.
Yes, you have to also build muscles in how well you understand and manage money. Okay? From what we've seen engaging customers, many people do not really know how to manage money. People don't know the difference between a savings and an investment. People don't know the right structure, the right tenor, the right pricing for a loan, for example, in case you want to borrow. Okay? So what this package does is that in a very simple certified program, because it's actually a program certified, leveraging on our parent company, Standard Bank of South Africa, is this certification program that in 45 minutes to an hour will help you just take the veil off your finances, and you can determine your personal net worth and then know the right decisions to make into the future.
Right, and
That's
I know
awareness.
for me, I know my grandmother is mostly calling me when she has issues, maybe her banking app and all of that. So talk to me about how this account is simplified, for senior citizens, so it's easy for them, to navigate.
Well, for now, we leverage one-on-one a whole lot, okay, because you want to take advantage of that interaction. Okay, so after a financial awareness session, we have a financial awareness clinic, almost like sitting in front of a doctor, right? Where you can look at your income, your expenses, and then we can give you a model that would work. Recently we had a session in Abuja, and a woman walked up to me and said, "I'm 52 now. What can I do to have 10 million when I'm 60?" Right? There are models that we can work out. Look at your package and guide you to say, okay, if you put this in mutual fund, if you put this in this investment over this period, you can actually close with 10 million in your account at age 60. Yeah, so that's the way.
Yeah, that's definitely not a bad number.
Yeah, it's not a bad number.
But how does it play for, pre-retirees, and retirees?
Yeah, so again, leveraging on our pension business. Stanbic IBTC pension is number one in the industry. So we have a lot of people that trust their future to us, right? We're also the only AAA financial institution in Nigeria, the only one. So there is that assurance of your funding, the assurance of your future. So as people are approaching 50, they're not retiring yet, okay? But some are already assessing their lump sum in pension, some are already doing annuity in insurance. You now just have a value proposition to put it into, okay, in preparing for retirement, be it 60 or 65, so that there is already something working that you can, pull all of this into. That is what the senior citizen value proposition offers. Okay,
so, talk to me about the importance of personal banking, when it comes to this segment. Again.
Yeah. Exactly. So what we've done, what Stanbic IBTC has done, is to bring to the fore that understanding that a corporate organization or a corporate entity is totally different from the individuals, right? The needs of the corporates are different from the needs of the individual. So the personal and private banking division was set up, headed by an executive director, to focus on the needs of individuals, regardless of your status or cadre, from the very richest, to those at the base of the pyramid. So we have the high net worth segment, we have the private banking, that's the affluent segment, and then we have the personal banking, catering to everyone so long as you're an individual. The needs differ, and we have a bouquet of products that we offer depending on your status, depending on your employment, status, and so on and so forth. Yeah.
I'm talking about status. We see some people have that mindset that this kind of packages are just for people that have money. At the end of the day, say, how much do I have? What am I opening this account for? What's your advice to such people?
No. Everyone needs to put something aside. Everyone. We always advise to say, no matter what you earn, you can save something. Okay? And the guidance says, don't save after spending. Save before you spend, no matter how little. Okay? If you get a lot more, you are able to save a lot more. But if you get little, you are also able to save little. Let me give you an example. If you're able to put 10,000 naira aside every year for a period of 30 years, you're going to end up with 300,000. But if you put 10,000 naira aside every year in a savings account, as an example, okay, or in a mutual fund account, running at about 15%, at the end of 30 years, you are going to end up with 1.8 million. As opposed to the guy who saved the same amount, but didn't invest properly, you end up with 300,000. See the difference? It's the power of computing, right? When you know the power of computing, you will earn it. If you don't know it, you will pay it. So no matter how little you earn, there is something you can put aside, and still be able to benefit.
Now we know some, long-term minded investors. Most of the time, their major worry is the impact of inflation, because they don't want to get to that time and that money, because of inflation, can just buy a cup of coffee.
Yeah, there are long-term investments that help you to hedge against inflation, right? People tend to judge some investments over a short term. Over a short term, it looks as if you are lost. But if you are able to do long-term investment and allow, just like I explained, the value of compounding to work on it, you can end up with, a CAGR of 30, 40, 50%. It depends on how long and the right, instrument that you invest in. But there are really instruments that can help you hedge against inflation over a long time.
So much to hedge against.
Yes.
At this point, there's also currency devaluation, and definitely you want your investment to be compounding, as much as possible. So, talk to me now. What sets, Stanbic IBTC aside, from all other, tier one banks offering this kind of package? Yeah.
So I give an example. Number one, we make the offerings early at 50. We don't wait till 60 or 65. That's number one. Number two, which I also mentioned earlier, our AAA rating stands us out, right? It puts us head and shoulder above. It gives you the assurance, because the Fitch rating is an assurance of your ability to meet your obligation over the long term. So you are guaranteed of financial security when you are with Stanbic IBTC Bank. And because of our expertise over the years, okay, we have a history of investment banking. Now we are doing retail very well. So all of that is available, okay? And then lastly, like I said, the bank is only one of 11 subsidiaries. So it's the end-to-end financial. Is it asset management? Is it pension? Is it investment banking? Is it portfolio management? All of it is available, And then just to chip in, our senior citizen offering has a rich insurance package, discounted, inpatient, outpatient, a 24-hour telemedicine offering is also in there as well. So it really is quite a robust package, to take advantage of.
Quite interesting. So I'm going to be calling you. I know 50 is a long while away for me.
Yeah.
But I guess when I turn 50, I'll give you a call. Thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel Aeva, the country head personal client, Stanbic IBTC Bank. It was great to have your perspective.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, so there you have it. So much to unpack today. The markets are open right now. We'll give you a summary of what's playing out at intraday for the local bourse and most of the global markets that we track. That's at 1 p.m. for Business Incorporated. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ladi Williams. I hand things over now to the Sunrise Daily team.